Hello, it's ItzIgglePiggles and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing the last vlog of New York, which is very sad. So we're doing it a bit different today. I messaged on Snapchat one of my friends, asked them about questions, so I'm going to be answering those questions, and then I'm going to be showing you everything I've got over the whole time, because we didn't really do much. We just kind of went back over shops today, and wasn't really content worthy, so thought I'd do this. It's different, isn't it?
So throughout this video, there's going to be lots of cuts. Number one, just to kind of like speed it up because it's a very long video. And there was an annoying tap, so you're going to see it zoom really quick just to show you how annoyed I was, because I think that's pretty funny. Enjoy.
So anyway, the first question was, what is the best restaurant slash place of eating? So that was by Fenton and Adam. I'm not going to say last names because we don't want to be revealing those things. But I've got to say, Shake Shack was probably my favourite because it's the best burger I've ever had. And the burger, even though I had a plain burger, it was really good. The bun fit with the burger really well. It did with the same softness, and it made a really, really good burger. So I think that's the best restaurant. Then the best food that I've had the whole thing, the whole holiday, from James and another Adam, was, I don't know, it's kind of a mix. I wouldn't say I've really had any really amazing sweets. I've tried a lot. If you've seen in the past videos, I've tried all sorts of different things, but I've never really found anything that was amazing. So I'd have to go down to stuff at restaurants and stuff like that. So I've honestly got to say, the one thing that's different over here is waffle fries. I really enjoy waffle fries. You'd think they'd be the same, but they're not. They're really good. Different places have them. I know Chick-fil-A do them. We had Chick-fil-A today. Our room service do them. And stuff like that, and they're really good, and you don't see them in the UK. And the best drink I've had, to be honest, drinks I wouldn't say are that different over here. The only real different drink I've tried is the So, drink-wise, I've got to say, I've only really tried two special drinks. Some drinks are different over here. I mean, Coca-Cola tastes slightly different, but it's not like you get used to it. Drinks are bigger over here, so the cans are the same, but bottles of 591ml, which is basically an extra 100ml. So you're getting an extra fifth in your drink bottles for pretty much the same price when you can put them down. Mountain Dew tastes slightly different, but still pretty much the same. But the only two drinks I tried were I had three. Were the Mountain Dew Orange Citrus Kickstarter drink, which is like like an energy version of Mountain Dew. The Gatorade Orange, Gatorade Lemon and Lime, and Mountain Dew Fruit Punch. So that's 4, because I can't count. And I've got to admit, the Gatorades, I mean, they're refreshing, but they're not that good taste-wise. I tried the orange and the lemon and lime one, and my favourite flavour is orange in drinks, and it was alright. I mean, lemon and lime was a bit meh. The Mountain Dew, the fruit punch was cherry, and I hate cherry, so that was horrible. And the orange citrus Mountain Dew was orange, kind of like Fanta, but with a little bit of a twist to it. I don't know how to describe it, but that was really good. That was one of my favourite. So the next one is, what can you do for little or no money? It depends what your price range is. If you're saying no money, then I'll probably say just a walk around Times Square is nice at night. To kind of get in the surroundings, to live a bit differently. Everybody in New York interacts differently. So, for example, on the streets, there's a lot of people giving out things for like discount bus tours or etc., for tourists. And there's a lot of people with homeless things that interact with you a lot more, and people trying to sell stuff properly interact with you. They kind of follow you in a sense. And like in stores in general, it's kind of different. So I just say go into Times Square and have that different feel of lifestyle, the big flashing lights, and looking at Broadway, looking at all the like big show theatre places is quite nice. For a little money, depends what type of person you are. Personally, I thought Central Park's quite a big landmark, and you can, for like $20, $15, you can get on a bike and go around there. So you get there's a specific path, but you can always get off for a little bit and have a look at the sights, and it's quite nice to take in. But if you're not that type of person, then I don't really know. I think I'd just save up for more, because as you get into the higher tier, there's a lot more things. The free thing though, I just popped into my head. There's a free boat that you can go on. It's like a big yellow cruise ship, and that will take you to an island, and it will go past Liberty Island, which is where the Statue of Liberty is. So you can see some cool things on that, and it's completely free. It's a huge boat, so it's a new experience in a sense. And for more money, you can, go to the Empire State, have the views there, and you can, you could also go to Statue of Liberty cruise, like a full-on go-round, or you could go on to it, but that's quite expensive. You could go watch Broadway, but once again, that's quite expensive. And if you're more of a person like me, gaming side of it, the only real thing that shines out to me was Madame Tussauds, which you wouldn't think would be a gamer type side, but you can buy a ticket that includes the Ghostbusters experience, which is like an AR thing where you're in a real room, but everything's VR'd in. Like the cupboards are actually there, but there's the thing on them are VR'd, and you go outside and it's amazing. But you're actually inside, but it's an actual room, so you can feel the walls and stuff like that. So it's more immersive, which is why it's AR, augmented reality, not virtual. The next question is, how many Crocs do I have? Well, it's a pretty good question. That was from Matthew, and the previous one was from Zach. So, the one, I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anybody. I don't think I am. Don't think so. So how many Crocs do I have? I have 3 that fit, 3 pairs that fit. That is my old purple ones that are quite dirty. They're not good. They were like emergency Crocs if everything else fails. I've got my red ones, which are for like winter times. They've got no holes in the bottom, so they're better for colder days, because otherwise, like, you sweat, your feet sweat a lot. It's not nice. And yesterday, I got the new purple ones with some charms as well, which are basically, I got a US flag charm. I also got a pack of Star Wars charms, just for the BB-8, because they were really cheap anyway. So, they were pretty nice as well, and I enjoyed those ones. So, like the general questions now, so it's, for example, what was the best thing you did? And that is really broad, because there's a lot of amazing things we did. Like today we want to watch the show on Broadway. We've gone to the Empire State, we've gone to the Statue of Liberty, we've gone to Madame Tussauds, we've gone to, just being in Times Square is nice. Gone to the iconic American like eating places, like Wendy's and Chick-fil-A, even McDonald's, which I enjoyed. Not a picky guy, but I don't know, it's hard. The best thing I've done on the holiday, probably just kind of living and seeing what it's like. For example, going to the newsagents, living with a different lifestyle, because one thing that you don't see much around here that really does affect you is non-fizzy drinks, because for some reason they don't really stock them apart from Gatorade, and as refreshing as that is, the flavour's not really there for me. It's basically the equivalent of Lucozade, so if you like Lucozade, I would recommend Gatorade. But I can't remember whether Lucosade's fizzy or not. I think it is, but Lucozade Sport's like Gatorade. And Gatorade is refreshing, and if you want a refreshing drink, you want Gatorade. But yeah, I mean, it's probably just living differently, getting different things. Like, for example, we didn't really have much drinks at the hotel. The only drinks we had were like little sachets of strawberry and orange that you put in water. So like the similar things you get in England, where the little squeeze things you put in water. We had them, but they were little sachets. And the red one, which was horrible, it was strawberry and it stained your mouth, and it was, I did a little video with it that you're probably not going to see because it was a pretty rubbish video, but My hands are still kind of more pinky because of it. You probably can't tell because of the camera. But I basically got all my hand from like that line, and it took me like 5 minutes to wash it off with like a lot of soap. So, you know, it was not good at all. It didn't taste good, and I didn't actually want to taste it because I didn't want to have, you know, bad things in my throat. But yeah, it's just nice to live in the American way. We got like for the drink we have with Mountain Dew cans back at the place because you know, that's what we drink. We like Mountain Dew, and that's one of the reasons why we came over as well. But just to be walking along the street and seeing all the weird landmarks and getting used to that way of people interacting with you on the streets. And honestly, one thing that really surprised me was the standard for Americans are quite rude and they don't have manners and things like that. But I've got to admit, like, my standards kind of changed. They are rude in quite a few senses, but they're also really, really kind in some senses. Like, if somebody hurt themselves near the subway, and everybody was checking on them, everybody's like, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" Stuff like that, and like holding doors for people. One thing that's kind of sad is tips. The way that they work over here, you kind of have to give a tip because that's how waitresses and that make the money. So if you don't give them a tip, then I believe they have to report back to the worker, and then the worker has to, you know, say, well, you need to be getting tips or whatever. And the next thing was best shop, and that's by far already Nintendo shop. That was the best shop. I believe there's only one Nintendo shop in the world, and that is in New York. Although I'm not certain. I'm pretty confident. But I'm not certain. Right, so, and the best shop by far was the Nintendo shop because it was, I think it's one in the world. It had so many things. I spent, in the end, $130. I think our family spent in total. Me spending 100 of it, so, you know, it's pretty good. It's an amazing shop. There's so many different things there. And the displays there were quite nice. It was quite a clean shop, as you will have seen. Which is really nice. And now the last two are the best, like the biggest surprise and the biggest letdown. And I've got to admit, the biggest letdown by far was Target. You know, Target, you know, the equivalent of like the basic shop, whatever it will be. They sell everything A to Z, but it's really like good. It's like, you know, in the UK, if you are from the UK, this is. Normal shops, like the big brand shops, like Tesco, Asda, Morrison, Sainsbury's, they only have little tiny game racks, and they only have really tiny, like, toy racks. I don't really want to call them toys, because then they sound pretty bad, but they can have some pretty good stuff in them. So, yeah, those. They were meant to be so big in Target. There was meant to be so many amazing things. Yeah, it was a huge letdown. Everything you couldn't really get, like for example the games. That's why I got Super Mario Odyssey on the second day, which by the way I completed on the Sunday. Then the biggest surprise, I don't know, to be honest. The biggest surprise, there's a lot of surprises. Like the biggest would be the politeness of the people. I really didn't expect them to be polite. I didn't expect the drinks to be the way they were. I thought everything would be different. Jolly Rancher drinks I did not see at all. You never saw people eating iconic American stuff, which was odd. You know, I never saw people eating Jolly Ranchers or Peeps or anything like that that's iconic in America. So I'd say that's right about it for the question. So I'm going to be showing off everything I've got on this holiday, the main things, the important things. So I'm going to start with the stuff that I've got on the table, which is Amiibos, New York merch and dice, and that's it. And then we're going to go onto the ground to see the Nintendo shop main stuff. So let's do it. So first we have these 3 Amiibos, which are 2 of them are really rare. This guy right here is brand new. He's from it. Then we got these guys, which are from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. See right here, they are Link shooting something, which I'll show you what he is shooting in a second. It's quite nice. Amiibo is really rare. It goes like 30 quid on Amazon. That's a lot of money for an Amiibo, because you can buy the Gold Mario for 50 quid, and that's just really nice. Then you got the Link Rider Amiibo, same price it goes for. Nice Amiibo, really rare as well. It just came into stock in America, but they're not going to come into stock in the UK, so that's why we grabbed them. And then I've also got this brand new amiibo that we found today, which is another rare amiibo. It is the Guardian amiibo. So after destroying the packaging, we're able to get out the Guardian amiibo now and we'll head to this guy. So you can see right there, he's doing a nice dab. I rate that dab. It's a really nice dab. But you can fully pose these, so I'm this one right now if I want. But yeah, fully posable. It's only $12. These guys were $14. All these guys were $14. This guy was $20, so I figured it's worth it just for the puzzle movement. He's quite a nice amiibo in general as well. So we're gonna move on to the other stuff. Let's do it. So if we have the clothing, which entails these nice Star Wars add-ons to your Crocs. And this nice USA flag add-on. I had to go back and get another one because it fell off when I was first wearing it. So you have to be careful with that. I think I should have taken off the label first. But it worked fine. And this is kind of like a freebie that I got from buying a pair of Crocs. So I will show you the Crocs that I've been wearing today. They are pretty nice. See them right here. They're beautiful. These guys just pop in and out. And then, they should stay there. I mean, the last time I tried it, they didn't. So, you know, really nice Crocs, and I'm going to show you the stuff I'm wearing right now because I have the purple theme keeps on, and I got a nice cap as well, which you will see. So clothing-wise, this is what I got. I've got the New York jumper. It's like a fleece, so you can see here on one side. I can put a jump on right. It's light up and I can slide down, but you know, it's hard to do with one hand. Also got the New York caps, there's NYC on it as well. It's really good cap, really nice. And take that off. You see my mask beauty?
I don't know what I was thinking when I did this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your eyes. I apologize. I don't even understand myself.
Now guys, hope you've all enjoyed these. If you do, then please like, you know, it means a lot because there's a lot of effort that's been put into these. But I'm going to be honest, you know, they're not just made for your guys' enjoyment, they're also made for, you know, us to kind of reminisce on the good times or whatever. But if you guys did enjoy, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next vlog, hopefully in the future at some point. See you guys next time.